So you're thinking about buying your first Bitcoin, but you're not exactly sure where to start. Well, you've come to the right place. In this explainer, we're going to cut right through all the noise and confusion. I'm going to walk you through a super clear step-by-step guide to make sure your first purchase is safe, secure, and stress-free. You've seen the headlines, you've heard all the buzz, and now you're finally ready to jump in. And you know what? That's awesome. It's a really exciting step, but getting it right from the very beginning, that makes all the difference between a confident start and, well, a pretty costly mistake. But let's be real for a second. With all that excitement, there can also be a little bit of anxiety, right? I mean, we all hear the horror stories about scams or just how complicated it all seems. Our whole goal here is to give you a clear, safe path forward so you can make that first purchase with total confidence. So here's our game plan. It's simple. We'll start with a crucial pre-purchase check. Then we'll figure out where to actually buy it. After that, we'll go through the 6 exact steps to make the purchase, learn how to spot the bad guys, and finally, talk about what to do with your Bitcoin once you actually have it. Okay, let's dive into Section 1, your pre-purchase check. Seriously, think of this as your homework. It's the essential prep work you have to do before you even think about clicking that buy button. These 3 rules are your foundation. First, where you buy is a huge deal. We're talking the difference between a legit marketplace and a super shady website. Second, you absolutely need a plan for how you're going to store it after you buy it. This is non-negotiable. And finally, you gotta know what not to do. Like, for instance, if anyone ever offers to manage your funds for you, just run. And honestly, this right here is probably the most important piece of advice you'll ever get in this space. If someone is promising you guaranteed returns or that they'll double your crypto, it's a scam. Every single time. It's really that simple. This one phrase is your best defense against 99% of the traps out there. Okay, so you've got those safety rules locked in your brain. Now the big question, where do you actually go to buy Bitcoin? Well, you've basically got 3 main paths to choose from. All right, let's break it down. Crypto exchanges, they're the go-to for most beginners because they're fast and pretty easy to use. Then there's peer-to-peer, or P2P, which gives you more control because you're trading directly with another person, but you really have to do your homework on their reputation. And last, you've got Bitcoin ATMs. They let you use cash, which is cool, but as you're about to see, that convenience comes at a very steep price. So when you use an exchange, you're making a trade-off. It's a classic case of control versus convenience. On one hand, yeah, it's super simple, it's fast, it's user-friendly. But on the other hand, and this is a big but, the exchange is holding the keys to your Bitcoin. It's kind of like keeping your money in a bank versus holding physical cash in your own safe at home. And remember that catch with Bitcoin ATMs? Here it is. The fees. We're talking anywhere from 8 to 12%. That is incredibly high. So yeah, that's the price you pay for the convenience of using cash. Ouch. Okay, time for the fun part, the practical how-to section, the 6 steps to actually buying. We're going to focus on using a crypto exchange, because honestly, that's where most people get their start. The process is really just a simple 6-step flow. First, you register. Then you verify your identity, which is a standard thing called KYC, or Know Your Customer. Once you're approved, you deposit some money, select Buy Bitcoin, and confirm the whole thing. But look closely at that last step. Step 6, withdraw the Bitcoin to your personal wallet. This is the most critical part for making sure you truly own it. Okay, listen up, because if you only remember one thing, make it this. This is the single most important security tip I can give you. Do not leave your Bitcoin sitting on an exchange long term. Exchanges can get hacked, they can have problems. Your goal should always be to move your Bitcoin into a wallet that you and only you control, period. And that leads us perfectly into our next section, spotting the traps. See, the minute you buy Bitcoin, you unfortunately become a target for scammers. So let's talk about how to build up your defenses. This is your security shield. Instead of clicking links and emails, just type the website address in yourself. That stops you from landing on fake phishing sites. Never, ever, ever share your private keys. That's literally like giving someone your ATM card and your PIN number. And always check for that little lock icon in the address bar for a secure connection. And again, if it sounds too good to be true, you know the rest. All right, we're in the home stretch now. Let's look ahead. You've bought your Bitcoin, so what's next? We're going to cover one last important idea, and then we'll recap our safe buying strategy. So you might notice something kind of weird. The price of Bitcoin might be slightly different on one exchange compared to another. Don't worry, this is totally normal. It's a thing called arbitrage. It just happens because of different fee structures and how much Bitcoin is available to trade on each platform. It's usually a tiny difference, but hey, it's why it pays to shop around a little if you're making a bigger purchase. So let's just do a super quick recap of our journey today. Number 1, always start with that pre-purchase safety check. 2, choose the marketplace that actually fits what you need. 3, follow those 6 buying steps carefully. And 4, maybe the most important, always stay vigilant. And that leaves us with one final and really crucial question. You've bought the Bitcoin, you can see it sitting there in your account, but is it truly 100% yours? The answer comes down to one thing and one thing only: where it's stored. And that, my friends, is the key to self-custody, and it's exactly what we'll be digging into in our next explainer.